Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to look at Rickey Henderson, and I'm going to show you the cards from my personal collection as a kid. And I looked through them, and it looks like I only have two cards that aren't with the Oakland A's. So most of these are with the Oakland A's, even though he kind of bounced around from different teams. He went to the A's, then he went to someone else, and then he came back to the A's, and then he went somewhere else, and then he came back to the A's, and then he went. It kind of at the end of his career, he kind of just bounced to different teams. But before that, it was the A's, and then another team, and then the A's, and then another team, and then back to the A's. Strangely, I have mostly A's cards, but the oldest cards that I have um, don't go back that far. This just shows you when I kind of started collecting. 1988 Leaf, which is the Canadian version of the Donruss Rickey Henderson in the Yankees uniform. And here's another Yankees card, is the 89 score. I don't think these are quite in order of the year, but they're kind of close. Here's Topps Kids Rickey Henderson. I like that one. And that's kind of the thing that sometimes we miss these base cards, and they're kind of, some of them are kind of fun cards. Like this is great because he's sliding. That's what he's known for, basically, is steals. And it's a good shot of him doing what he does best, which is steal a base, run the bases, basically. Here's kind of an oddball one. Panini sticker, I think. Here's another oddball one. It looks like a playing card. I love that batting stance. Another great shot of him sliding headfirst, diving. Looks like into home, but it could be some other place. I like this cartoon drawing, running the bases. And here's, of course, two cards of the famous one where he's racing the base over his head when he set the record. It's the Topps Gold. No batting gloves. Here's a Pinnacle. I like Pinnacle. It's a nice shot of him there. Donruss. Well, these are out of order. Here is 90 Fleer. Here's a collectible book, and I like these. Here is the back. I, as a kid, just loved these cartoons on the back. Rickey is considered the best leadoff batter ever. Furthermore, he set the single season stolen base record of 130 in 1982. So very early on, it was pretty clear that he was the best leadoff hitter ever. And this was, about halfway through his career. Oh, actually, very, very early in his career, you could tell this guy was just setting records. He was going to be the best ever, and he definitely was. 939, here's a classic from 1992, stealing that base there. 93 Topps. It's just amazing. You look at the steals every single year. He's the leader, basically, except for just a couple. Triple play. Upper deck, and of course sliding again. Flair, and I like that swing because he wasn't just a guy that steals bases. He could hit with power, and at the leadoff position, that was really unique. Fleer Ultra. Here's the metal, Fleer metal. And running the bases again. Here's another one, 96 tops. Is just great on the bases. Started to not be the league leader in about 1992, but he was still getting quite a few stolen bases. Here's the 96 Fleer with the non-glossy card. And here's the last year that I kind of stopped collecting in 96, but for some reason I got a pack, and must have been 99, something like that. And so got a 99 upper deck, but he goes from the A's, the Yankees, then the A's, and the Blue Jays, then the A's, then the Padres, then the Angels, then the A's again, and then I think a couple more teams after that. And he had already had 20 years in, and he was at almost 2,700 hits. He would go over 3,000, of course, and that was just icing on top of the cake at that point, because he was already long before that the stolen base leader. So pretty impressive. At the like when I was collecting in the early 90s on the Beckett hot list, he was kind of always on the cold list, Rickey Henderson. But then he kept, adding to his career, and when it's all said and done, I think he got appreciated a lot more. And for some reason in the early 90s, he was not as hot in the hobby that he should have been, but for whatever reason. So that's the cards that I had from my childhood collection. Strangely, just a lot of A's, only a couple Yankees, even though he bounced around at different teams. Yeah, thanks for watching. I will do another player next time, and also check out my videos about different Beckett's.